Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales. Woo. Every day they're out there making DuckTales.
My fellow boxing fans, what is going on this Super Bowl Sunday? I wanted to make a quick video and touch on the trending topic of whether or not Keith Thurman wants to fight Errol Spence Jr. But before I do that, I wanted to say that I'm a very pleased boxing fan that Canelo and Triple G will be fighting on Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 5th. It's a fight I mentioned on my 2018 boxing wish list, and I said that the fight has to happen on Cinco de Mayo, and it is, so I'm one pleased boxing fan. Now let's move on to the question numerous boxing fans have been asking and discussing: is Keith Thurman ducking Errol Spence Jr.? You can legitimately say yes and no to this question. You can say yes because Thurman has stated on video that he will not be facing Errol Spence Jr. in 2018. Yeah, he really said that, and I can understand those that believe Thurman is scared, afraid, horrified, terrified, frightened, fearful to step in the ring against a skilled offensive threat like Spence. I get it. But I'm going to have to say no. I don't think Thurman is ducking Spence. And I'm not even a Keith Thurman fan. Yes, he's a very good fighter, but I'm not a big fan. I enjoy watching his fights, but he's just not one of the guys I always root for. And yet I say no, he's not ducking. After all, this is the Boxing Scholar, your source of unbiased boxing analysis. So please subscribe if you have yet to do so. So let me go ahead and tell you why I don't think Thurman is ducking. And one of the reasons has to do with health issues. Thurman's last fight was against Danny Garcia back in March of 2017. In a fight he looked very impressive in. Thurman injured his right elbow shortly after. Actually, Thurman has even said that his elbow was bothering him before going into that Garcia fight. Thurman received surgery on that elbow the next month on April. And the doctor said it would take at least 6 months for him to recover. So that's what Thurman's been doing, recovering, rehabilitating, and planning a 2018 return to the ring. So it's easy to understand why he would want to tune up for his first fight back. Even Spence has stated that he understood why Thurman would want to tune up. Now, the problem a lot of boxing fans have is that Thurman's next fight after the tune-up is still not going to be against Spence. It's likely going to be a step up and a greater challenge than the tune-up. Probably a mandatory challenger, and it's definitely going to be less than a fight the fight fans want. And they want to see Thurman in there with Spence. So that leads me to the other reason why this fight is likely not going to happen in 2018. It's a business move. Keith Thurman isn't a superstar, but he is somewhat known to casual boxing fans because he's fought on network television more than just a few times. He's in a lot of entertaining fights. He's the unified welterweight champion, and he's undefeated. Errol Spence, on the other hand, isn't very well known. He's definitely known by a lot of hardcore boxing fans like myself, but a lot of casual boxing fans really don't know who he is. And he's an Olympian, and people still don't know who he is. So the fight really does need build-up so we can be the best event that it can be. Yeah, if the fight happens in 2018, us hardcore boxing fans will be happy. But this is a fight that needs to be seen by more than just us hardcore boxing fans. So let Thurman have his fights, let him talk about Errol Spence, and let him build up the fight. Errol Spence is going to stay busy too. He's going to have fights. He's going to continue to call out Thurman and change Thurman's nickname a few more times and just build the fight up. And yeah, I know fans want their fighters to fight the best possible opponent as soon as possible. They don't want their fighters to have tune-ups. They want them to jump into the lion's den over and over again. They want to see that schedule filled up with opponents from Murderer's Row. Well, that's not how it works, you bloodthirsty lunatics. Keith Thurman wants to be healthy and at his best when he finally steps in the ring against Spence. And if they take a year to build up the fight, there will likely be a bigger audience and more money in that pot. So yeah, Keith Thurman is not ducking Errol Spence Jr. Now, if the fight doesn't take place in 2019, then cue up that DuckTales theme song because Thurman is quacking. All right, my fellow boxing fans, enjoy the Super Bowl. I'm not a fan of either team, but like most sane Americans, I want the Patriots to lose. So, all right, go ahead and like the video, leave a comment. Let me know whether you think Thurman is ducking or not. And if you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and help a brother out and tap that subscribe button. All right, goodbye, adios.
Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery.